Hi guys, and welcome to a new edition of News Bytes. This is my catch up of tech news from the last week, so let's get to it. So first item on the agenda today is the news that Hewlett-Packard are to acquire HyperX from Kingston Technologies, and a very specific part of HyperX. So it's going to be the gaming peripherals, so things like headsets and all the other bits and bobs they make. So it's not going to include things like memory or SSDs or anything like that. That's all going to stay with Kingston. But interesting that Hewlett-Packard are coming, acquiring this and effectively bringing themselves into the gaming space. Obviously, they see a lot of potential there, and obviously that's where an awful lot of money is being spent at the moment. It's a lot of money is being spent on gaming over the last 12 months with the pandemic and everybody being at home. But it's reported that they've paid $425 million for this part of the business. So they're going to want to get their money back on that. And obviously, they've got some plans ahead. So it'll be interesting to see what they start producing from that side of the business. And maybe what innovation they bring onto their own products themselves. So in terms of product launches this week, one of the things that quite notable to me really was the announcement from Cherry that they've got this new ergonomic keyboard that they're launching, and this is the KC4500, and it just reminds me of Microsoft's ergonomic keyboard. I'm not sure whether they've even got it for sale anymore, but certainly they had it a number of years ago where it was very much an angled keyboard and split at both sides. I must admit the Cherry one does look very nice, and it's a full-size keyboard. Keys look quite shallow, so potentially a nice quick keyboard and light to type on. And the best news of all for it is that it's retailing for $45. So that is quite the budget price on a keyboard, especially for a Cherry keyboard. So if you're after something for maybe home working use or something like that, and you want something a little bit more ergonomic than the bog standard rectangular keyboard, then this could well be an option for you. So I've talked about the graphics card shortages and CPU shortages and things like that over previous episodes on News Bytes, but the problem's just getting from bad to worse really. The news this week that analysts predict that overall chip component shortages are likely now to carry on all the way through to 2022. So we're coming up to March now, 2021, so we've got another 10 months worth of increasing shortages. And the best will in the world, AMD and Nvidia are saying that they're going to do things to sort out suppliers of graphics cards. It's not going to make that much of a difference if we've got a worldwide shortage of chips. So there's lots of reasons why that's happening. Increased demand from electric cars and things like that. For the technology solutions that are in those vehicles, but just general consumption of these types of components. It really doesn't look like this is going to resolve itself anytime soon, and it's just depressing, isn't it, guys? You want all of this just to blow over and be able to build yourself a nice shiny new system with the kit that you want to have in it, and that seems a long off dream at the moment, I think. So finally, guys, the last bit really was this little bit of news that I caught just yesterday, in fact, was the announcement that if you've got an Intel Rocket Lake S based system, you're going to be benefiting from, I think it's 11% performance improvement on PCIe Gen 4 storage. So some tests were done between an Intel system and an AMD system. So it was an i9 11900K and a Ryzen 9 5950X, and 11% performance improvement is quite the bonus, really. When you bear in mind that manufacturers like Samsung or somebody like that with their NVMe storage solutions, they're not even coming up with that kind of performance improvement in speed. So to be getting that on the the chip-based boards is a real benefit. And I think, you know, this is, you know, most of the argument for these systems has been, you know, raw performance of, you know, the IPC on the systems. And actually, you know, to come along and say, you know, if you've got our CPU and these systems, then you're going to get improved storage performance as well. This is an interesting angle that Intel have got over AMD, and I know AMD have got the shared resources between the CPU and the GPU, but you know, it's just a different take on that kind of aspect of things. So really interested to see some further testing on that and some more performance figures coming out, and you know, what, you know, potentially AMD might do about that. Anyway guys, hope you found that useful. If you did, hit the like button and subscribe to the channel. And you know, any questions, comments, you know, drop them down below. I'll be more than happy to answer them. But for now, as always, thanks for watching the video, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye for now.